I'm Hurricane Peter McNeely from Medfield, Mass. On Saturday night, watch me kick Tyson's ass.
D'Amato once told him your greatest asset can become your greatest weakness.
Mills Lane said stop that nonsense because they were starting to butt heads. Oh.
Tyson with a left hook, a right uppercut, down goes McNeely again.
They laughed like they had already won, they smirked, they mocked him, and they treated Prime Mike Tyson like he was just another highlight reel from the past. But that was the mistake, because when Tyson was in his prime, the biggest talkers were often the first ones to go quiet once the bell rang. On January 22nd, 1988, Mike Tyson fought Larry Holmes in Atlantic City. Holmes believed he could beat Tyson, but Tyson said it was only in Holmes' mind.
He felt in his mind that he can beat me, and the promoters feel that he can beat me, and they put him in the position where he can challenge for the championship, and it's my obligation to defend my championship.
From the opening exchange, Tyson storms forward, unleashing rapid combinations with crushing force, leaving Holmes cornered, overwhelmed, and gasping for space as the crowd roars at the ferocity displayed.
He also lost his IBF title in the fight prior to that to Michael Spinks in a very close and controversial decision. Actually, both of them were. Here he is, Larry Holmes in white, and Mike bangs for the body.
Holmes leans on his reach, clutching Tyson tightly, hoping to stall the storm, yet Tyson's strength breaks free, punishing Holmes with short hooks that remind everyone of his unstoppable momentum.
He never has received the credit, but he was a great champion in his prime. At age 38, you know the lack of the left hand.
The second round ignites with heightened fury. Tyson drives Holmes against the ropes, hammering him with brutal shots until the referee intervenes, briefly halting the chaos before Tyson resumes his power.
This is the heavyweight championship of the world. We're in Atlantic City, New Jersey in the convention center. Again, I'm Bob Sheridan, and again, I hope you're enjoying it. Because in spite of the fact it's an aged Larry Holmes, it's always exciting.
Holmes steadies himself, attempting composure under fire. Tyson's relentless pace dictates every moment, forcing Holmes into survival mode, unable to shift momentum as the younger champion continues pressing forward with dominance.
He's not executing tonight. He's standing flat-footed. He's an easy target for Mike to hit. Mike is quicker, Mike is stronger.
Entering the third, Tyson sharpens his attack, hunting the knockout. Each strike lands with precision, Holmes falters defensively, and Tyson's closing distance demonstrates why he was feared across the boxing world.
Looping right hand gets through and shifts Larry back. Larry tries to work the uppercut inside. Nice defense inside by Larry. He's got those big long arms.
The fourth round begins with Tyson determined. A thunderous right hand crashes through Holmes' guard, sending him sprawling to the canvas. Holmes rises bravely, but the damage reveals Tyson's overwhelming superiority.
Oh, look at this! Larry up on his toes, using the jab. Swinging that left hand in front of him. Shades of Holmes of old. But watch out, Larry, for that right hand.
Tyson wastes no time, unleashing another crushing blow. Holmes collapses again, his resilience tested, yet Tyson's power proves too much, showcasing the unstoppable force of the young heavyweight champion.
For the last 15 to 20 seconds of rounds, and he stole rounds, but doing it at the start of a round is something different. This Larry back on his heels again now, that the Mike's banged him inside again.
Without hesitation, Tyson delivers a merciless barrage. Holmes crumbles for the third time, unable to withstand the punishment. The referee halts the contest, confirming Tyson's dominance and undeniable vengeance.
Great fights of all heavyweight history. Dead even fight going into the final round of the fight, and Holmes eked it out. Two great guys.
Chaos erupts ringside as Holmes struggles to rise. His team rushes in, helping the battered veteran, while the crowd marvels at Tyson's destructive power and the emphatic conclusion of the bout.
Right now, getting through this fourth round is the biggest problem. Oh, right hand! Down goes Larry Holmes! For one of the few times in his career.
Afterward, Holmes admitted Tyson's punches carried unmatched force. Despite facing legends before, Holmes conceded that Prime Tyson was no joke. His power, speed, and ferocity separated him from every other fighter.
You know, you fought the big guys, big punchers, Ernie Shavers, Ken Norton. How would you rate Mike Tyson's punching power?
Well, I got to say he's a sharper puncher than the other guys. The other guys punch much harder, but he's a sharper puncher, you know. Hit me right here on the forehead and knocked my delivering off, and that's That's all. I just didn't have no more balance.
In 1995, Peter McNeely entered boldly, declaring Tyson overrated. He promised to shock the world, portraying himself as the man who would dismantle the returning champion's aura.
If any one of you that doesn't respect me or what I'm doing or what I've been doing for the last 3 months since it was been announced, and going against a guy like this, you'd have a big dump in your pants. This is for my grandfathers, my grandmothers, my father, my mother, Curly, my 3 brothers, last but not least, Snubby.
Mr. McNeely, what was it that you have told your son?
And last but not least, Medfield!
Before the bout, McNeely smiled confidently, relying on his height and reach. He believed those advantages would secure victory, underestimating Tyson's ferocity and the reality awaiting inside the ring.
Any questions from Mr. Tyson's corner? Let's get it on!
At the opening bell, McNeely charged forward with reckless speed, throwing heavy shots. Tyson's counter sent him crashing down, though McNeely immediately rose, determined to continue despite the punishment.
The past few months, and here we go. And McNeely, as advertised, comes right at Mike Tyson. Down goes McNeely, seconds into the first round.
McNeely responded with furious combinations, unleashing non-stop punches. His aggression impressed briefly, but Tyson's composure and power absorbed the storm, setting the stage for the inevitable conclusion.
Seconds into the fight, McNeely on the canvas.
Tyson answered with crushing blows, each strike carrying devastating force. McNeely's relentless attack faltered as Tyson's precision overwhelmed him, exposing the gulf between bravado and true championship skill.
With McNeely pounding away, Mike Tyson going to the uppercuts on the inside.
At 1 minute 38 seconds of round 1, Tyson's barrage floored McNeely again. The referee intervened, halting the contest, declaring Tyson victorious in his emphatic comeback fight.
Mills Lane said stop that nonsense because they were starting to butt heads. Oh.
Tyson with a left hook, a right uppercut, down goes McNeely again.
McNeely's hurt this time, Steve. He's very hurt.
Afterward, McNeely admitted his pre-fight bravado collapsed under Tyson's real power. Facing legends before hadn't prepared him. He learned painfully that Tyson's prime was no exaggeration, but pure destructive reality.
He told me how to fight. We marched. We had to get to Mike Tyson. People don't really understand this. To get to Mike Tyson, we had 37 fights in 44 months.
37 fights in 44 months.
You figure it out. It's a fight every 5 weeks for less than 4 years.
To get to Mike Tyson.
Old school.
Wow.
In 1989, Frank Bruno was hailed as Britain's hope, the man believed capable of conquering Tyson's prime. Fans dreamed he could dethrone the feared champion and restore heavyweight glory.
If Casamada was in his, well, he is in his grave now, and you can see all them amateurs and them terrible people behind him, he would be turning in his grave. You know what I mean? To have all them people shouting confidence, he must be lacking in something. But I want to knock him out so good into Don King's lap and wipe him off the map because he's bad for boxing, and his people are bad for boxing.
Before the fight, Bruno mocked Tyson, calling him harmful for boxing. His words fueled anticipation, portraying himself as the righteous challenger ready to expose Tyson's flaws before millions.
A guy from England is coming to whip his ass. It's quite simple, Charlie.
And he says, and we quote, nearly every single American I've run into wants me to teach Tyson a lesson. His own country wants me to kick his. Can I say that on television?
I can't really tell you how he's going to, a quick pace, fast pace, slow pace. All I can tell you, I'm going to win and I'm going to knock him out right into Don King's. Hey, lap, only in America. You know what I mean? Quite simple. This is my time. This is Bruno's time. Tyson's had his time. You know, he's made his money. I'm going to do him a favor and knock him out right into Don King's lap.
Fight night arrived. The opening round showcased both men trading heavy blows. Bruno's strength impressed briefly, yet Tyson's speed and aggression quickly revealed the difference between contender and champion.
As a lion going against the zebra. And I'd have to agree. Let's see how quick he starts. Bruno tries to keep him off. Bruno showing that he's not afraid, hanging on. Bruno's already tagged with a right hand.
Tyson shifted gears, unleashing his monstrous form. He grabbed Bruno, breaking rhythm, then hammered him with ferocious punches, showing no mercy as the crowd erupted at his ruthless dominance.
But he knows the power of Mike Tyson. Tyson, if ever there was a guy fighting like a raging bull, it's Mike Tyson. Bruno has all the pride of England standing for him. He get tagged again by a right hand.
Bruno absorbed Tyson's punishment bravely, enduring each strike with determination. His resilience drew admiration, but the relentless barrage highlighted Tyson's unmatched ferocity, leaving Bruno battered, yet still standing defiantly.
But Tyson is certainly getting the best of it. He's bleeding from the nose. He was down in the very early seconds as Tyson nails him with the uppercut. Now Frank comes very slowly across the ring. He knows he's in with a bull. Tyson gets nailed with a left hook. Tyson looks wobbly as he attacks Bruno.
By round 5, Bruno's resistance collapsed. Tyson's power overwhelmed him, forcing the referee to intervene. The stoppage confirmed Tyson's supremacy, ending Bruno's hopes and cementing Tyson's reign as unstoppable.
This is round 5. Remember, a fighter cannot be saved by the bell as the big right hand lands. Tyson knows he's got him in big trouble. If he doesn't answer it, Richard Steele has moved in and has stopped the fight.
Afterward, even critics who doubted Tyson praised his performance. They acknowledged his endless power, precision, and intensity, recognizing that Bruno's challenge only reinforced Tyson's legendary status as boxing's most feared force. In 1987, James Bone Crusher Smith declared Tyson had never faced such strength. He promised to shine, believing victory over Tyson would prove his power and elevate his legacy.
Mike Tyson, he's never faced adversity. He's known that pretty much he's been the favorite going into all his fights, and he's never had to overcome odds.
From the opening bell, Tyson charged forward with blistering speed and aggression, immediately testing Smith's defenses, setting a furious pace that forced Smith into survival mode from the start.
So there we go. Specializes in knocking people over. Of that at the commentary position, right against the ring apron.
Smith tried controlling distance with his reach, but Tyson's relentless pressure broke through. Every exchange forced Smith backward, showing Tyson's ability to dismantle defensive strategies with sheer force.
Tyson, he doesn't want to stand and look at anybody. Well, the old bone.
Oh. Despite Smith's height advantage and frequent clinches, Tyson maneuvered cleverly, landing sharp punches. His speed and strength neutralized Smith's tactics, proving early that size alone could not stop Tyson's dominance.
Well, the old bone.
Oh. Near the round's end, Tyson connected with a heavy shot that enraged Smith. Tempers flared, the referee stepped in, restoring order while the crowd buzzed with anticipation.
And the stare from Tyson, and Bone Crusher said.
Round 2 erupted with greater ferocity. Tyson pressed forward, throwing punishing blows, while Smith fought back stubbornly, determined to endure. The exchanges highlighted Tyson's dominance and Smith's desperate resilience.
Nice guy in this fight, round 2. Just wiped a little bit of blood away from his head, and he takes a bit of shoving off.
A vicious punch from Tyson damaged Smith's eye. Though visibly hurt, Smith refused to quit, continuing bravely, but Tyson's precision and power dictated every exchange, leaving Smith struggling.
I think it's going to go to points anyway. In fact, I'm sure it isn't. Bone Crusher, it's as though he doesn't really want to be in there at this time.
After 12 exhausting rounds, the fight concluded. Fans booed, frustrated by excessive clinching and lack of fireworks, despite both men showing grit and endurance throughout the contest.
Probably the way Tyson's... Well, they're not going to...
Judges awarded Tyson a unanimous decision. His constant aggression, punishing shots, and control across all rounds secured victory, reinforcing his reputation as the most feared heavyweight of his era.
A man who doesn't want to fight for the full 3 minutes of it. And this will keep going at the after. Got rid of all that tension and hate that seems to have been shown for Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
On June 24th, 2000, Tyson entered Glasgow's ring against Lou Savarese, once a friend, now an opponent in boxing's brutal business.
Yeah, he's my best friend for like around 25 years, and it's just I'm a professional, and he would have wanted me to fight. You know, he's a big advocate of me fighting, a big fan of mine, besides a big friend of mine, and I'm just happy to be here.
And he was very clear and concise about his intentions for tonight's fight.
I enjoy doing what I do. I enjoy hurting people. That's what I do for a living. That's what all you guys come to watch me hurt people. That's what I like to do. I'm in the hurt business. I really like it a lot.
Tyson declared friendship irrelevant, insisting boxing was pain. He promised to inflict damage, relishing the violence, determined to dominate Savarese completely.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Lou Savarese. 241 1/4 U.S. pounds, 241 1/4.
At the weigh-in, Tyson's cold stare intimidated. His aura radiated menace, while Savarese tried to mask his nerves, aware of the storm awaiting inside. Fight night arrived.
15 stone, 12 pounds, 15 stone, 12 pounds, or 222 U.S. pounds.
Tyson's confidence was overwhelming, his presence suffocating. Every gesture signaled intent to finish quickly, leaving Savarese visibly unsettled.
Once again, a referee in charge, John Coyle.
Round 1 began explosively. Tyson's first punch barely connected, yet its force dropped Savarese instantly, shocking the crowd with devastating ferocity.
Knockouts of the first round, and here we go.
First minute will be very telling. Savarese has to get some respect because Mike's only got one speed. It's fast forward.
Within seconds.
Savarese rose bravely, but Tyson swarmed with brutal body shots. Each strike echoed loudly, leaving Savarese gasping under relentless punishing power.
Tyson, and within seconds, Savarese is down on the canvas.
I told you Savarese was going to underestimate his speed and his power.
A barrage by Tyson. The referee, John Coyle, steps between.
Chaos erupted as the referee intervened. Tyson ignored restraint, continuing savage punches, determined to finish decisively, showing no hesitation or mercy whatsoever.
And he continues. Coyle's trying to stop it. Tyson says, "I'm sorry," to the referee. He said, "I'm sorry." He didn't hear John Coyle's instructions, and this fight may be over.
Within 38 seconds, the referee stopped the fight. Tyson was victorious. Savarese protested angrily, unsatisfied, but Tyson's ferocity left no doubt about dominance.
Is ready for Lennox Lewis. I know Tommy Brooks was telling us as Tyson bows to the crowd. And here's it from the crowd.
On October 9th, 1985, Donnie Long was seen as Tyson's toughest test, expected to push him beyond comfort and limits.
Tyson's ninth fight was against Donnie Long, aka the Master of Disaster, who had a good record and was the first opponent who was expected to cause Tyson problems. This was a step up for Mike.
Tyson acknowledged Long's challenge, but confidently predicted a knockout within 2 rounds, trusting his skills and ferocity to silence doubters quickly.
I look at him as a good fighter, as I look at most of my opponents were good fighters. But if I happen to knock out Donnie Long in like 1 round or 2 rounds, will he still be considered the toughest opponent that I fought?
Before the fight, Long appeared fierce and determined, projecting the belief that he could stand toe-to-toe with Tyson and prove equal strength.
I'm in good shape. I feel sharp, and I feel like I can outbox Tyson.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. You felt that Tillman in the Olympic trials outboxed Tyson, used his lateral movement and good jab, and those are skills you have, but you can punch also.
Yes, I plan on boxing Tyson, too. I think that I can box as good as he can, and I'll keep him in the middle of the ring, and I can punch if not better than Tyson.
Will this be a win that puts Donnie Long back into the heavyweight picture?
This will be a win that let everybody know that Donnie Long is back.
As the bell rang, Tyson's left hook floored Long. He rose defiantly, refusing to surrender, determined to continue despite overwhelming force.
Fresh youngster's only 19 years of age. Long is 27.
Oh, wow. Well, that was quick.
Tyson putting him down here early in the first one. Cappuccino looking on closely. You see Long holding those gloves up to say he's all right, but is he?
Tyson unleashed a barrage of punches. Long collapsed again, showing the unstoppable power Tyson carried even in his early career.
Left hand again.
Well, he nearly sent Long out of the ring with that left hook.
Tyson. Oh, Long is down. Second time. Another Another knockdown.
The referee resumed action, but Tyson struck once more. Long fell for the third time, ending the fight in 1 minute 28 seconds.
Is it 6 of 9 as Tyson comes out with a strong right hand barrage again?
This is as bad as I've ever seen Donnie Long look, but give Tyson credit. That's it. Wow.
The left hand puts him down.
Many believed Long could challenge Tyson, but inside the ring, Tyson dismantled doubts, proving unstoppable and leaving spectators stunned by his dominance.
Earlier in the day, I really thought that Donnie Long would be a fairly tough opponent for you. He wasn't.
Well, like I told you earlier today, if I knock him out in 1 or 2 rounds, would you still consider him that?
Well, I thought he was supposed to be, but I guess he wasn't.
Oh, now he wasn't. He was.
No, he was a tough man. I'm just saying for you he wasn't tough, apparently, because you beat him.
Well, first of all, I'd like to just thank Cus for putting in all the hard work and reaching me to the goal that we're trying to approve right now. And I'd like to say hello to all my family back home and to once more my dearest friend, Rory Holloway, back in Albany, New York.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.